56 and 98.5 FM. Now let's have some fun. Here is your host, Johnny Radio. Johnny Radio.
Yo, 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 yo. Welcome into a little Sports 56 happy hour. I'm your buddy Johnny Radio. Happy Thirsty Thursday, and what a thirsty Thursday it is. We got the NFL draft. I love me a little NFL draft. We love talking about the quarterbacks, and the quarterbacks have been talked about a whole lot. I mean, there is a plethora of quarterbacks in this draft. A lot of people think the most since 1983 are going to be drafted. We're going to find out tonight. We'll talk about that a little bit. We're going to bring on Isaac Simpson at 11:30 because we also got to talk about the NBA. I mean, we got draft. We got Cavs and Magic at 6 o'clock. Knicks 76ers at 6:30, and the Nuggets and the Lakers tonight at 9 o'clock. And we'll definitely have to talk a little bit about the Nuggets and the Lakers. Anthony Davis throwing Darvin Ham under the bus. Whoa, Anthony, where were you, though, in that fourth quarter? Where were you in the fourth quarter? Yeah, you played the most games you've ever played in your career. You've had a great season. I'm not saying that. But it is kind of interesting. And I'm not sitting there like super defending Darvin Ham, but we have to be honest with ourselves. The only team that Darvin Ham has lost to in the playoffs would be the Denver Nuggets last year. And this year it looks like the only team the Lakers are going to lose to again would be the Denver Nuggets this year. We'll talk a lot of basketball with Isaac Simpson at 11:30. I'm excited to talk about some of the things that we saw last night. How about them Heat? How about the Heat? 111, 101.
How about them, John?
Bro, why didn't I have the cojones to put money on the money line? Probably because I'm not
the Celtics,
crazy.
Man. Yeah, you're not crazy. You're not a lunatic.
But I did. I love the Braves. Did I tell you how much I love the Braves?
You did.
Do you know how much I love the Braves? Because I ended up doing a lot of parlays yesterday because I just got buck wild because I had those damn 50%. I missed the 50. I have it alive. I can't remember. I had 30s and 20s and all these little parlay boosts. I was putting the Braves with everybody. I took the Heat with 14 with everybody. And Oklahoma City. Man, we're going to talk about what we saw last night. But, man, I mean, what the Heat were able to do to the Celtics was impressive. And was Tyler Hero the best basketball player on the court last night?
Sure looked like it.
Damn, what's up, Hero? Man had 24 points, dropped six bombs, and you won't even believe this. If you have to go look it up. Tyler Hero had 14 dimes last night. My man had 14 assists. Bam played out of his mind. Caleb Martin was pretty damn awesome. He was physical. He also guarded, Kristaps Porzingis, and they dared my man to beat him, and he only had 6 points. 0 for 4 from the three-point line. He had a terrible game. But the Heat, they took care of the business. The one thing, though, also about that game is Tyler Hero brought a lot of attention on himself because of his play. I mean, he was flat out awesome. Straight up give him credit. But did you see Tyler Hero in the post game by any chance?
I did not, no.
Bro, he had on his glasses and his little pink hat and his little pink shirt, and it was like he looked just like Hunter S. Thompson when what's the Pirates of the Caribbean actor?
Johnny Depp.
Johnny Depp. When Johnny Depp was playing in Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas and he was Hunter S. Thompson in that movie, that's what Tyler Hero came to the podium looking like. I was like, damn, Tyler, you just had one of the greatest games in your career. You got, they talked to you after the ball game because you were so awesome. And then you go to the podium looking like a cross between, you know who Gilligan is?
The one who was on an island?
Yeah, with the movie star and the girl next door.
There you go.
And then there was I think a doctor and his wife.
All on Gilligan's Island.
He looked like a cross between Gilligan, because he's not as good looking as Johnny Depp, and Johnny Depp from Hunter S. Thompson. But damn, he played like a freaking all-star. Big credit to the Miami Heat. And just a terrible performance from Boston. Shaq, if you listen to him, They live by the 3, they die by the 3. They still hit 37%, but they only made 12 of 32. And the Miami Heat, though, shot probably better than they could ever imagine shooting. I mean, it was their best shooting performance, period, from downtown. They hit 23 three-pointers. 23 three-pointers. They shot 53%. So while everybody is killing Boston this morning, I don't know if Miami's going to be able to duplicate the performance that they had, and they still only won the game by 10. And again, they played out of their minds. So calm down, Boston Celtics fans. This thing, I know what happened last year. I know how Jimmy Butler is putting out little memes, with his face on Jason Tatum's bottom. Don't let us win one game, because, of course, the 3-0 start last year by Miami, because they'll come back and win the series. It didn't happen. Miami's made a series of it. It is a 1-1 split headed back to Miami. But if I'm Boston, this is a 64-win team. This is a team that in half their games this season, at some point in that game got up by 20 points on their opponent. Half. This is an impressive basketball team. So calm down. They'll make some adjustments. Kristaps Porzingis will not play that bad. He was terrible. Terrible. He'll be back. Brown and Tatum are fine. And Boston, don't worry. But my goodness, wasn't impressive. Getting the Heat plus 14.5 was never really a sweater. First half, it was a little bit like you were still scared at halftime. You thought to yourself, God, I hope Boston doesn't come out there and punch him in the face. But about 4 of that third quarter, you were feeling really dead gum good if you had the Heat in the points. If you had Heat in the money line, you must be a Heat fan, because that took some cojones. But yeah, we got a little series. Also last night, Oklahoma City, the number 1 team in the West, the youngest team to ever be a 1 seed, coming out of the West. A team that struggled, took a Shea super shot to take the lead late with about, I think it was like 25 seconds left in the game. He hits the shot. Thunder survived the first game. Well, last night they didn't just survive. They came out there, and it was from the jump. It was straight up from. They were up 13 points at the end of the first quarter. And the thing about the Pelicans is, man, it wasn't just the fact that they were shooting all over the place and making shots, and this whole young offensive squad was awesome. In the second half, the defense from Oklahoma City was suffocating. That was just a rout, an absolute rout. And the Pelicans did come out. JV tried to get real physical down low. It was working. Chet can't get physical with him, but man, when he stretches him out to that 3-point line and JV just stays in the paint, Chet can just sit there and bury threes, open up things for everybody else. He was 3 for 6 last night. The big, tall, 7-footer Chet Holmgren, real skinny, can't play in the post, but damn it, can he stroke it? And then Williams, goodness. This is a team that can go absolutely off. I mean, Dort last night hits, 4 3-pointers, just looking pure. That's a team last night that hit 14 threes and shot 48% from downtown. But this is a team that I think can actually do that again, unlike the Miami Heat. Oklahoma City is going to be a pain. And the Pelicans not having Zion, good team. Ingram just didn't have it last night. He did not have it. That whole team, New Orleans, just didn't have it. They had to win the play-in game after a heartbreaking loss in the very, very, very first one, the little play-in game that they played at their house. And they couldn't take care of business. But, yeah, man, 76ers, though, they play tonight. They play the Knicks. And this is a team that finds themselves in an 0-2 hole going back home after one of the most monumental collapses you've seen in the playoffs in a long time. I know that the committee in the NBA came out there and said, yes, there should have been 2 fouls on Tyrese Maxey. There should have been a timeout award. Shoulda. Sixers 0-2 hole. Embiid looking hobbled as all get out. And Jalen Brunson, who hasn't played good against this Knicks team all year long, for the season, playoffs and regular seasons, my man's shooting 32% against the Knicks. he's going to get off. He's going to get going. Can the 76ers make it a series? Possibly. But the Knicks plus 5.5 at home? Listen, I love Maxey. I like Embiid. Embiid's nasty. Knicks don't have an answer for him. Problem is they can continue to get physical with him, continue to run up and down the court, make him move. That poor girl again who's going to be working on his knee all night. She's going to be one of the busiest people in the arena down in Philadelphia. But the Nova Knicks are serious. Dante DiVincenzo's been playing out of his mind. Josh Hart's been playing out of his mind. Jalen Brunson, once he gets it back together, I like the Knicks. And remember, I took the 76ers before the playoffs like an idiot to make it to the Eastern Conference Finals. I was like, oh, Embiid's back. They're going to start doing all this, and this, and then he just doesn't look, he's not 100%. I'll tell you one thing, though, him at 70% still better than most. Looking forward to that game. But, man, 5.5 points, please. We got to talk about that. We'll talk about that. We got a lot of great stuff today. I am extremely fired up for this Thursday because not only do we have the NBA, not only do we have the draft, but we got day baseball. Oh, and by the way, I forgot. I didn't pay any attention to hockey. I didn't get a tip yesterday.
It was exhilarating last night. Holy cow. Man, that Edmonton and Kings game was insane. Kings go up 3-1 at the end of the first period. All over Edmonton, in Edmonton. Edmonton comes out, second period, scores 2 goals, ties it up 3-3. And I bet, how about this? You can bet in NHL games, next goal scorer. So you can choose which team's going to score the next goal. And so right at that first intermission, I said, you know what? Edmonton's flying around, getting a lot of shots on net. Puck's just not going in. They're going to come out hot, wanting to knot this thing back up. I'm going to take them to get the next goal. Sure enough, they get the next goal quick in the second period. They're flying out there. They tie it up. We go to a break, come back out. Kings go back up 4-3. Edmonton knots it right back up. We go to overtime, John, and the Kings on the road net a goal in OT, and so they go up. They knot it 1-1, tie the series 1-1, going back to LA. How about that?
That is your
that was awesome
hockey update.
Also, Toronto lost, which we hate to see.
By the way,
Canada's team.
Yesterday, are you proud of? I'm glad that you always say the puck. Remember when I was saying put the ball in the.
They were just holding the ball.
Oh yeah. The Nashville Predators were just holding the ball.
Wrong.
Yeah, they were holding the puck. But no, the thing I was going to mention is, do you realize we got the draft tonight?
That's right. I already made a bet for the draft tonight.
Well, I'm going to find out what that is in a minute. We have 3 NBA playoff games, and we're getting drunk on baseball starting in 15 minutes. We got Brewers and the Pirates at 11:30. Then don't forget you got Red Sox and Guardians of the Galaxy. And by the way, the Guardians are 17-7. Did you realize that?
Best record in baseball.
Holy, what did you see this happening?
I did not.
Me neither. They're looking really good right now. But not only do we have that, which we also have the White Sox, the worst team in baseball, who are 3-21. They're 1-12 on the road. They're terrible. They play the Twins. You got the Phillies and the Reds. Zach Wheeler's on the bump today for the Phillies. That's why that line is minus 185. It's a big lay against a little up and coming Cincinnati team that has got a lot of fight in them. I like them. I just don't think I like them today. I'm a Zach Wheeler fan. My man's 1-3 on the season, but his ERA is 2.3. Don't you feel like the Phillies are eventually going to score him some damn runs? Mm-hmm. And the bullpen's going to hold up? Doesn't it feel like today at 12:10, you have to, the law of he's too damn good to be 1-3. He's not going to be 1-4 after today, right?
You would hope not.
I would think that this is one of those days that you have to pay to play.
Back the Phils?
I'm backing the Phils. I have to. You're going to have to lay the 185. You're going to have to pay to play. But I feel like as good as the Cincinnati's team is, as Zach Wheeler is due, Great American Ballpark, fans, head on out there, watch a good one. But, man, it ain't going to be good for your team because I feel like the Phillies are finally going to bust up whoever what is it, Nick Martinez?
That's right.
Yeah, Nick Martinez. They're going to bust Nick Martinez up today. They got to get my man some run support. So I'm laying the number. But we got baseball. We got the NBA basketball. We got all kinds of great things going on. I got some hardwood because it feels so damn good at 12:30. But also, don't forget, we got Evie Van Pelt today. She's going to be at 12 o'clock. We're going to talk all things Ole Miss. Always a lot of stuff going on. So we'll bust that up with the RebelWalk.com's very own Evie Van Pelt. But I wanted to remind you, not only do all these wonderful things go on, but Mugshots, you know what they're doing?
Today's their ribbon cutting grand opening, right?
Yes, they've been open. They've been open all week. They opened up, I believe, last Thursday. Today is the ribbon cutting, the grand opening, the ceremony. And if you're going mugshots, yeah, you're right. There is a Mugshots down in Olive Branch. But now the first one in Tennessee is opened up out in Collierville. It's at 656 West Poplar. So cheers to great food, good drinks, fun company. Head on over to Mugshots Bar and Grill. Check them out. They're always having a good time over there. And not only is it their grand opening, their ribbon cutting, all this good stuff, but somebody's going to win free burgers for a year. If they haven't announced it, you better go to Facebook really, really quick. Follow Mugshots Collierville. Like, tag 2 friends, share that junt, because in a minute they're going to find out, pull that bad boy. Somebody's going to win free burgers for a year, $675 value. And there's like nothing that you have to purchase. You just got to go on to the Facebook, follow, like, tag 2 friends, share. By the way, again, Mugshots has one of the best happy hours I've ever been to, 2 to 6. You heard that right, 2 to 6. They got draft beers out the Frizz-Aim, all their draft, Yuengling, Ultras, the Coors Light, the Bud Light. Guess what? Half price, 2 to 6. They got the normal size, and then they got the big boy. I like the big boy. Yeah. They also have $3 snacks. You can get some Rotel and chips, some chicken tenders, some fried mushrooms, some fried pickles, $3 snacks, half-price drafts, 2 to 6, Monday through Friday. That's Mugshots, where they're always having a good time. Again, 656 West Poplar. It's the old Charlie's out there in Collierville, close to Byhalia and Poplar. So head on out there and have a good fun. Now, we're going to take a little bit of an early break. We're going to break now because we got to get Isaac Simpson on early. Isaac, remember, he was sick as a dog, missed for a couple of weeks. He's fired up and he's got a lot on his chest. We have the NFL draft tonight. We got to talk with him. We got playoff basketball. And then maybe a little bit of Grizzlies news and what they're going to do this year with the draft. So don't you dare touch the dial. We are back in Two Shake Sports 56, 98.5 FM.
Join the voice of the Tigers, Dave Woloshin, for Wolo and Friends. Weekday mornings from 10 to 11 here on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM.
This is hard to believe, but the Hyundai Santa Fe is actually better? I know, that's crazy, isn't it? The 2024 Santa Fe is new, top to bottom, and even better than before. It's almost as big as the Palisade, so roomy, and now it's got a standard third row. Everybody's clamoring for that. And it's the best SUV when it comes to the ride than ever before. You know how with SUVs you love it because you're sitting high, but you don't get that luxury kind of ride like a sedan? You do with the 2024 Santa Fe. It's the best riding SUV ever, and it's quiet. It's the ultimate family car. All you've got to do to be sold is to test drive it. The people at Homer Skelton Hyundai are saying, come try it. You'll love it. Homer Skelton Hyundai, right at the corner of Highway 78 and Craft Road. First exit in Mississippi. Go see the ultimate SUV, the 2024 Santa Fe.
Tyler from Wendy's here. The best part of Wendy's new Cinnabon Pull-Apart is every part. Unlike mornings, which have no good parts. Until now. Because with Wendy's new breakfast Cinnabon Pull-Apart, mornings finally don't completely suck. And now that mornings have warm cinnamon sugar rolled dough and ooey gooey frosting, are they the best part of every day? Probably not, but you get the idea. Get to Wendy's today and get the best part in every bite with the new Cinnabon Pull-Apart.
At participating U.S. Wendy's, Cinnabon is a registered trademark of Cinnabon Franchisor SPV, LLC.
Together, let's drive. Hey, everybody, want to get charged up? Come out here to All-Star Chevy in Olive Branch. Test drive one of these new EV Blazers. They're nice. I mean, it's like riding into the future with these. And it's still Chevy truck season. All the Silverados with financing down to 2.9 for 72 months and thousands in cash and trade. New Equinox and Trailblazers with 1.9 financing. No payments for 90 days. And your good credit deserves it. Want pre-owned? Everything you want is here. Ram trucks, Jeeps, Tahoes, Suburbans, Traverse with the third row seating. If it's not here, ask Kevin or Jeff and they'll find it for you. Military, teachers, college students, healthcare, you get an extra $500 bonus. Where are you going for graduation, Mother's Day, spring and summer road trips? Better yet, what are you driving? Get it at All-Star Chevy. Remember, it's not South Haven, not Mount Moriah, Bartlett, or Carterville. It's got to be Olive Branch, people. So come out to All-Star Chevy in Olive Branch today or go to allstarautogroup.com.
Top Gun is the largest indoor range in the Mid-South, but size isn't their only difference. Top Gun has the best instructors with over 300 years combined experience and classes all the way from first shot to master marksmanship. Plus, Top Gun is affordable. Gold membership is just $48 a month. That's just $1.60 a day for unlimited range time, free gun rentals with purchase of ammo, and members lounge access. Top Gun 2770 Witten Road and TopGunMemphis.com. Always shoot with the best. Top Gun Memphis.
Around here at Wrangler, we are all excited for spring. The longer days, the warmer nights. When you've got your pick of shorts and jeans, either works just fine. Blue skies, open roads. Wrangler, for the ride of life.
All the wisdom of the universe is in these bones.
Now back to Sports 56 Happy Hour on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. Here once again, Johnny Radio.
Welcome back to a little Sports 56 Happy Hour on a thirsty Thursday. I'm so glad to have you because it is a jam-packed Thursday. We got wall-to-wall baseball, bro, starting here in 8 minutes first pitch. Baseball. I'm a little fired up about that. Plus the NFL draft. NFL draft's like awesome. It's going to be fun. I have strong opinions. A lot of people think I'm crazy. I have finally heard at least a few other people that agree with me. There are, a few like unnamed general managers a little bit worried about Caleb Williams, his personality. Did you see yesterday what he did?
I mean, if you're going to be a GM that says something like that, put your name on it.
I agree.
I mean, unnamed, please.
Technically, they probably, you really couldn't do that. Like,
grow a pair and put your name on it. I mean, you're a GM in the National Football League.
No,
have some guts.
Yeah, you can't be like, because what if he's awesome and one day you want to trade for
But
him
what
or
if he's
something?
terrible? And then
You
everyone
look
can go,
great.
wow, this guy was smart.
Well, the
Can't
problem
do that
is
when you're
about that
unnamed.
is betting against him is double-edged sword because, I mean, again, he's got an amazing talent. He was the number one high school quarterback coming out of high school.
From
Took
Gonzaga.
over in Oklahoma for Spencer Rattler, won a Heisman at USC. But, man, he's a different bird. Everybody shows up, wears the exact same thing yesterday at the little – did you see that? Everybody in their gray suits.
I think heady play by him. He's trying to
stand out.
Brand deals coming in. If maybe you want to go sign with Under Armour or something like that. You don't want to be wearing a Nike, sweatsuit.
No.
I get it.
No.
Tell people you're open for business.
No.
He's a businessman. I read something that compared him to Jay-Z. He said he wanted to be the Jay-Z of the NFL.
I would prefer,
a mogul.
I would prefer my quarterback to be 100% all in on football. Again, he's going, but we'll definitely discuss this with Isaac. We'll talk about the NBA. We'll talk a little Grizz, Tigers, all that and more because he covers it all. And he joins me right now. What up, Isaac? How you doing on this beautiful thirsty Thursday?
Man, doing well, man. NFL draft day, man, so I'm excited. Ready for it.
Me too. And I want to start at the top, and I just want to ask you because I'm kind of curious what you think. I've made my opinion very known, at least on these airwaves, that I like Jaden Daniels much more than Caleb Williams because I see him play in time. He plays from the pocket. He completed 72% of his passes. He had the most passes over 20 yards last year. He throws the ball vertical again. And I know everybody's like, well, look at his wide receivers. Well, I've seen a lot of quarterbacks with some great wide receivers who can't get him the damn ball. And yes, he helped make his wide receivers just as much as his wide receivers helped make him. This is a team that had to score, and they did it. He won the Heisman Trophy. He's gotten better every single year from Arizona State all the way out to Georgia. Like, I love me some Jayden Daniels. And plus, I don't feel that there's as many red flags with Caleb Williams because it scares me when you have a father as your agent. It scares me when you go to Tokyo with your girlfriend on a whim and cancel a bunch of, pre-draft meetings that you were supposed to have. It just kind of scares me, the fact that they lost the last 6 games of the year and he looked terrible against Notre Dame. It scares me also that he doesn't seem to, want to play in the system of the offense. He wants to extend everything. It's more, and again, Johnny Manziel was great at doing that. You can do this stuff in college. Pat Mahomes does it, but he's also different. Do you have, as many concerns about Caleb Williams as I do?
Absolutely. It's like you read my brain. I'm right there with you on Caleb Williams and all the outside stuff. I don't know if he's a leader. I think he is a bit of a diva. I would be scared to death if I were the Bears to take him number one. I know a lot of people think he's this generational talent, and I just don't know, man. You saw a lot of games especially when they were losing. Like, you see him on the sideline, it's like he doesn't really care. Then one game, he not that that's bad or anything, he showed emotion, but he was crying on the sideline. But a lot of times he just seemed
jumps in his mama's arms. Listen, I love my mama, but after I lose, I don't want my mama on national television covering me up because I'm balling on TV. And also, I'm not going to go wear pink fingernails and do all this weird stuff. And plus, he's also going to paint his fingernails for the draft tonight. I don't know, man. He's just he's the first NIL superstar, and I understand he's a young fella and you can grow up and mature. But again, you're going to invest the number 1 overall pick. This is a franchise in the Bears who have never had a 4,000-yard passer. They've never had a guy throw 30 touchdowns in a freaking season. This is a team that's starved for some quarterback talent. Caleb Williams makes me so damn scared.
Yeah, like I said, I'm right there with you, man. And I mean, it's just always something. You saw the video where they had all the draftee guys. They all have on the same warm up. He had on something different. Like, it's always something.
And he was the last person out too, in the very back, walking with his hands in his pant pocket and his head down. Just looked so disinterested, like he didn't want to be there. Like, when they were asking him questions, pulling teeth, I'm like, damn, man.
Yeah, I have a lot of question marks about him as far as being a leader of a team. How does he react under pressure? I just have a lot of questions. I mean, you look at USC. There were a lot of games where they weren't good, especially later in the season. There's just a lot of red flags. I'm with you with Jayden Daniels. I think Jayden Daniels is the best quarterback in this class. You look at the dual threat ability, the way that he can run the football, but also I think the best passer, doesn't turn the football over. I think only had four INTs this year. I love Jayden Daniels, and I think the Commanders are gonna have him fall into their lap. But I think you're actually dodging a bullet not getting Caleb Williams. I know a lot of people think that's crazy, but I really do think at the end of the day, when you look back on this class, Jayden Daniels is going to be the best quarterback, and I don't even think it's particularly close, to be honest.
I'm so with you. And again, I was listening to the NFL Network, and they're doing all these comparisons. By the way, one person, I wish I could remember his name, said that he thinks Caleb Williams is like Patrick Mahomes, Justin Herbert, and Lamar Jackson. If you put the best attributes from all 3 of them together and put them in one person, that's Caleb Williams. And I was like, damn. That's a pretty crazy comparison. But, then other people have been trying to compare him to Lamar Jackson. Man, I'm going back in some time. There was a 6'4", 6'5" quarterback just like Jayden Daniels who could run but had a beautiful down-the-field pass in Randall Cunningham. Could you imagine him playing in today's type of NFL, who played for 16 years and was a flat-out baller? I think he's more like Randall Cunningham, and the way he even moves in the pocket is very, very similar, and his escapability. Like he throws the ball better than Lamar Jackson already. He does.
Oh, 100%.
Like 100%. And we see how effective Lamar Jackson is when he doesn't even throw the football. Like I think Jaden Daniels is going to take the league by storm.
Yeah, man. Being a Cowboys fan, I hate that he's going to end up with the Commanders because I think he's going to be a player we got to deal with for years, man. I like I said, and you mentioned the size at 6'4", about 215. I like a taller quarterback. I like the size at 6'4". The athleticism, like you said, like I talked about at the top, the dual threat ability that he brings. I mean, like 1,100 yards rushing, like broke all kind of LSU records for rushing for a quarterback. I mean, you just look at the numbers. I don't think it's even close. I mean, like I said, people think Caleb Williams is going to be this big star, and maybe we look back on this in a couple of years and we're completely wrong. But I just think a lot of the personality stuff scares me, and I think that can have an effect on the field. He's talented. There's no question about that, but I just don't know the mental aspect of the game because you're a quarterback, man. There's certain things that you have to have. You have to be a leader of men in that locker room.
Correct.
And I just don't know if he's that guy. I just really don't.
All eyes are on you. Like you are the person. You are going to rep that franchise. You have to make that offensive line, those tight ends, those wide receivers. When you come to that huddle, you have to command it. I see that with Daniels. I'm not sure about Williams. The other thing about Jaden Daniels, let's not forget, this dude is the only quarterback in the history of college football with 12,000 passing yards, 3,000 rushing yards. And last year he completed 70 passes where he pushed the ball vertically at least 20 yards or more. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, I mean, you look at you compare the numbers of like the top 5, 6 quarterbacks. He's clearly the best. I mean, with like you said, the rushing yards, the passing yards, throws the ball deep. I think he has the biggest average per pass of the top guys. I mean, the numbers are staggering when you watch it. When you look at the numbers, I was going through them this morning, and I mean, he's clearly, in my opinion, the best quarterback in this class. But we all know Caleb Williams Chicago's locked in on him. They're going to take him number one. But I think when we look back on this in a few years, they're going to be kicking themselves and wishing they had taken Jaden Daniels.
Man, it's because I mean, I'm not going to say it's going to be this dramatic by any means because Bryce Young, I said last year, was just too small for the NFL. I think the second pick, C.J. Stroud last year, like should have gone first. Clearly, and we saw it last
we definitely
year.
see that now for sure.
I mean, clearly should have done it, and I think he's going to be, C.J. Stroud is going to be that dude. And then now you add, you got Tank Dell, Nico Collins, and now they got Diggs.
Man.
And let's not forget Joe Mixon.
God, that team's going to be really good, man. They were already good last year, and they added a lot on defensive side of the ball. Man, they went for it, and they're going to be good, man. That team's going to be good for a long time. You got a lot of young pieces. C.J. Stroud, like you said, is an absolute baller. Man, like I said, man, I'm envious. Being a Cowboys fan, I'm envious of what they're doing, man. I wish the Cowboys would operate the way they're operating because they turned that thing around quickly, and they got I think, several years where they're going to be playing near the top of the league, and it happened really quickly for them.
Man, it did happen quickly, and that's the thing about the draft. Last year, you pick Will Anderson, you grab C.J. Stroud. Look how quickly the Texans turn their fortunes around. So tonight's going to be a big night. I'm kind of curious, though. Jerry Jones, he holds a press conference yesterday, and you are a huge Cowboys fan. Now, this is no offense, man. Y'all hadn't been to even the NFC Championship game in at least, 25 years?
Yeah.
Damn, it's kind of painful, but he's still holding a presser, and he's talking. And I feel like yesterday, I feel like he was, pretty much throwing his quarterback under the bus. What did you take from Jerry Jones' presser?
I mean, every time Jerry Jones has a microphone, in his face, I cringe because it's something dumb's going to come out of his mouth almost every time he's talking. And him and Steven with the Caponomics that they're talking about and pie, as they call it. And you see all these other teams. This is the richest franchise in professional sports, and they operate like they're broke. I mean, they let everybody go. Let Tyron Smith walk out the door. And, I mean, they can afford these guys. And they blame it on, we got to pay Dak. We got to pay CD. We got to pay Micah Parsons. Other teams have to pay guys, too, and they still find ways. They don't even have the resources that you have, and they still find ways to pay all these guys. And now they're talking about Dak and how they're going to have to lower the talent around him. on the offensive side of the football because they can't afford it. It's just all BS, man. Because the cap is a myth. People talk about the cap. There are ways that you can do things around it. You see teams, Philadelphia didn't have any cap space last year. They went out and made moves and added guys. You see teams do it all the time, and for some reason they just want to operate on the budget, man. And he's trolling yesterday. Early in the offseason, he said they were going to go all in, and they didn't do anything.
They didn't
in
make
free
one
agency.
move, not a move.
Yeah, and he keeps on talking about all in. He was trolling the media yesterday. It was just a depressing scene, man. They've had a terrible offseason, man. And if they don't have a home run draft, man, I don't even know what to say. They have so many holes to fill. Hopefully, and they don't even have a lot of draft capital this year. Hopefully, they kind of move around, pick up an extra third or fourth round pick. They don't even have a fourth round pick right now, so they kind of have a gap between their third round and late in the fifth round is their next pick. So it would be nice if they can kind of pick up a couple extra picks here because they need a lot. I mean, they have a lot of holes to fill. They let a lot of guys walk out, and they didn't do anything to replace them. It's just weird. Just a whole offseason has been weird. They haven't even started talks with Dak or CeeDee Lamb or Micah Parsons on their contracts. It's just I don't know what they're doing, man. They're sleeping at the wheel over there.
Well, that's actually their problem is they didn't, sign Dak sooner. I mean, they waited till the very, very end.
They always do that.
And when they did that's the reason they got a $52 million cap. I mean, Dak Prescott's contract is 25% of the damn salary cap, basically, because they're the ones who screwed this up and negotiated it.
And they always do the same thing. They wait till the market gets set before they sign guys. Monroe St. Brown got his contract yesterday.
God, what did you see how big that sucker was?
So what's CeeDee Lamb going to get? You saw what he got. I mean, it's I don't know, man. It's just they do this constantly. They do the same, and I don't understand. Like they don't learn from their mistakes. For some reason, anytime they have big contract guys, they'll wait till everybody else gets paid, and then they end up paying them more money when they talk about they can't afford them, but they end up paying them anyway. Like it doesn't make any sense. I think they're going to pay all three of those guys, but why are you waiting until the market is set and you have to pay them more than you would have to pay them if you had done it earlier? I don't get it. I don't understand their logic.
And where they sit today at the 24th position, they're just going to, I mean, they have to get something for the left side of that offensive line, don't they?
Yeah. I mean, the center and offensive left tackle is paramount. I mean, they have to find answers to that. I think running back is another position where I think that's probably what they're looking at in the second round. I mean, they have a lot of huge holes, but I think those are the top two. Graham Barton is a interior offensive lineman out of Duke. That's my favorite pick at 24 if he makes it there. I think it's a question only if he makes it there. But I think him, Jackson Powers Johnson, is another guy out of Oregon that I really like. So I mean, this is a good draft if you like offensive linemen, man. They're in the first round into the second, man. There are a lot of guys I think that are going to be pretty good players in this league. So they're in a good spot for that. You just hate to have to go into this draft with that many holes because you'd like to be able to do best player available because, I mean, there's a lot of talent outside of that to be pigeonholed. It looks like they got to take offensive lineman, they got to take running back, and probably a linebacker in the first three rounds. You just kind of hate to be locked into that, but that's the position they put themselves in.
The big offensive tackle at Oklahoma, Tyler Guyton, who's kind of green but very athletic, is that somebody would that be a reach in the first round?
He's going in the first round. He's not. That's one of the guys that I hope they don't draft.
Because he's very green. I mean, he's that dude who looks like when he walks in the room, you look at him and you're like, oh, he's a football player.
6'8", 325. I mean, he's huge, but like you said, he's a little bit raw. If you take him, you're taking a chance on potential because he hasn't really played a lot as much as some of these other guys. He's not as experienced. So I'm hoping that's not the pick, but anytime I hope a guy is not the pick, that's probably exactly who they're going to draft. But he's probably one of the ones that I don't like the most out of. But he's in that grouping of guys that are going to go kind of in that bottom of the first round into the second round. Troy Fatanu out of Washington is a guy that I think is probably going to go a little bit before 24. Hopefully he drops. That would be the ideal pick for me. I really love him. I don't think he makes it to 24.
Yeah, if you did get Barton, though, like that would be amazing. But, man, there's a lot of landmines in front of you for him to fall all the way to 24.
Yeah, I mean, to Pittsburgh, I think at 20, Miami at 21, I think they'll both be looking at offensive linemen. And I think those are kind of the two obstacles. Who do those two teams go with? Which group of guys do they go with? Because I think both of those teams are probably almost surely taking offensive linemen. So that's going to be the situation. I think there's a high possibility that the Cowboys trade back, maybe trade to a later pick in the first round or early second and try to pick up an extra third or fourth. Because there's some other guys, Zach Frazier is the interior offensive lineman out of West Virginia, who Zach Martin, that plays for the Cowboys, have kind of vouched for. So I'm sure with what he's giving them, I'm sure they value his opinion there. So that's probably a guy that they're looking at. Kingsley Samantea out of BYU is another guy that's probably going to go early first round. So those are a couple guys if they trade back. I think Jackson Powers Johnson was projected probably middle of the first round. He has some kind of injury red flags, so he's kind of dropped a little bit. That's a guy that you might be able to get at the back end of the first round, trading down a little bit. So, but there's offensive line talent there. But again, I just hate that they put themselves in a situation to where they have to take offensive linemen. I think everybody in the league knows that they're going offensive line with their first pick. I don't think there's any question. I'd be shocked if they go in any other position there.
And we're talking with Isaac Simpson. You follow him on Twitter at IsaacW_NBA. We talk a lot of Grizzlies, talk a lot of NBA, talk a lot of Tigers, but he is a huge Cowboys fan, and my man is all up in the NFL. Last question I want to ask you about the NFL, and just looking at some of the mock drafts, there was one thing that really stuck out to me because, when you're looking at them and you're looking at them and seeing what teams might do. And there was I saw a mock draft that had the Dolphins at the 21st pick taking Xavier Worthy. Xavier Worthy out of Texas. He ran the 4.21, broke that 40-yard dash, it's the fastest. I mean, that's ridiculous. He ran a 4.21. Miami already has Tyreek Hill, Jalen Waddle. If they added Worthy and you got A-Chain in the back, Lord have mercy. That would be the NASCAR version. It's already NASCAR of the National Football League. Do you think there's any chance they actually would take a wide receiver?
I think they're going to go offensive lineman.
I do too.
I think they need a center. But man, you talk about speed. You talk about him and Tyreek Hill out there, man. Just deep threat. That would be dangerous. A-Chain, you know what he can do. I think he's going to be even better coming in next season. He's put on some weight. I think he's going to have a fantastic season. That would be scary, man. I don't know what you do as a defense if you had a guy out there that's running a 4.2, add him out there with Tyreek Hill, man. That would be absolutely ridiculous. But I think there are a couple guys I think I would take before him. I think Brian Thomas and Adonai Mitchell out of his teammate at Texas. I think those two guys, I would probably take them before Worthy. Worthy would probably be that next guy that I would take. So I think they would kind of be reaching there if they took him at 21. But, I mean, they might like that, like you said, man, adding that speed to add that guy with Tyreek Hill. I could definitely see that because that would make them really dangerous. I mean, it's already tough enough to deal with him, Waddle, and A-Chain. Adding him, man, would just be crazy.
It would be nuts, man. We've been talking tons of NFL draft. We're going to take a quick timeout, though, because on the other side, it's time to switch up. We got to talk NBA playoffs with Isaac Simpson on the other side. Sports 56 98.5 FM.
Broadcasting from the Family Leisure Studio, we are Sports 56 and 98.5 FM.
All 650 acquisition fee, 30,000 miles per year, 20 cents excess mileage, Forte RE756 120, MSRP 22,320, EV6 P56 03393, MSRP 50,200, Telluride RG5 1041, MSRP 37,935, includes all rebates and incentives, must finance through Hyundai, excludes tax title and license. See dealer for complete details, offer valid through 4/30/2024, dealer stock only.
Hey, Jeff Allen, what's happening over there at Gossett Kia South Mount Moriah Wonderland?
Randy, we are making magic on Mount Moriah. 2024 Kia Forte LXS 41 MPG Highway, $199 a month, $34.99 due at signing. 2023 Kia EV6 Win, $249 a month, and a 2024 Telluride LX front-wheel drive, $369. Both $39.99 due at signing, all 24-month lease.
And 0% for 48 months on 2024 EV9, and always get peace of mind with a 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty.
So whether you live in Horn Lake, South Haven, Olive Branch, or Memphis, you'll be happy at Gossett Kia on Mount Moriah.
So get over there, Gossett Kia South, 2680 Mount Moriah or KiaMountMoriah.com.
Success. It's discipline. It's teamwork. It's the drive and passion inside of us that comes before all recognition. It's the best of each of us made better by the best in all of us. It's what Stifel's been doing for over 130 years. And it's why Stifel is one of the fastest growing global wealth management and investment banking firms in the industry. Stifel. It's where success meets success. Start your journey at stifel.com. That's STIFEL.com.
Stifel Nicholas and Company Incorporated, member SIPC and NYSE. The Angie's List you know and trust is now Angie, and we're so much more than just a list. We still connect you with top local pros and show you ratings and reviews, but now we also let you compare upfront prices on hundreds of projects and book a service instantly. We can even handle the rest of your project from start to finish. So remember, Angie's List is now Angie, and we're here to get your job done right. Get started at Angie.com. That's ANGI, or download the app today.
Do you know one of the best things you can do for your employees or family's health? Provide Arctic Clear bottled water. Arctic Clear bottled water is your locally owned and operated bottled water provider. Arctic Clear is 100% natural spring water with free delivery and setup, dependable service, and no long-term contracts. What an easy choice. Call Jeff Manus today, 901-382-2363, or visit arctic-clear.com. Arctic Clear bottled water. Call now, 382-2363. That's 382-2363.
Around here at Wrangler, we are all excited for spring. The longer days, the warmer nights. When you've got your pick of shorts and jeans, either works just fine. Blue skies, open roads. Wrangler, for the ride of life.
Hey Mid-South, get to Gossett Mitsubishi Motors Spring Sales Event and get thunderstruck with 43 MPG Highway and 2024 Mitsubishi Mirage. We Gossett for $18,960 or $269 a month, or hit the open road in your 2024 Mitsubishi Eclipse Cross. We Gossett $28,350 or $379 a month, and adventure starts with 2024 Mitsubishi Outlander SE. We Gossett $32,765 or $449 a month. Plus, every Gossett Mitsubishi comes with Mitsubishi's 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty. That's Gossett Mitsubishi, 1870 Covington Pike, online 24/7 at memphismitsubishi.com.
If you want it, we Gossett at Gossett Motor Cars.
All 84 months Mirage RH00 5921 MSRP 19460, Eclipse RZO 342,249 MSRP 29,350, Outlander RZO 43754 MSRP 33,765, includes all rebates and incentives, PF 695, excludes tax title and license. See dealer for complete details. Offer valid through end of the month. Dealer stock only.
Now you want to get nuts? Come on, let's get nuts.
Now, back to Sports 56 Happy Hour on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. Here once again, Johnny Radio.
Welcome back to a little Sports 56 Happy Hour. I'm your buddy Johnny Radio. Man, happy Thirsty Thursday. We got baseball on right now. Pirates just hit a 3-run bomb after the Brewers got a bomb in the first inning. Let's just be awesome. Let's say we talked about Contreras earlier in the week, or was that last week? Last week?
It was sometime.
Man hit a bomb again today. Dude is freaking awesome, bro. Love that guy. Dude can catch. But Pirates up 3-1 on the Brewers. I took the Phillies. You got to pay $175. It dropped $10 from when I put in my bet.
Wow,
so
how about that?
It's now Phillies minus 175. They play at 12-10. Zach Wheeler is one of the best pitchers in baseball. He has not gotten any run support. I think he gets it today against Nick Martinez in the Reds on the road at Great American Ballpark. But we got baseball. We got the draft, and we got NBA playoffs.
We also have NBA news for the Grizzlies.
What?
Ja Morant has just signed to Mike Miller's agency. So he has a new agent, and it's Mike Miller.
I dig that.
Yeah, how about
Let
that?
it fly.
Let it fly.
Let it fly. But isn't he already locked up?
What do you mean?
Like he's not got any contract issues going on right now?
No, but him and his agent parted ways like a month ago, and so he needed a new agent.
Well,
Mike's the guy.
Congratulations, Mike, my man, to continued success. Isaac, what's up, homie?
Man, nothing much. I said on that note that you guys were just talking about. A lot of Grizz Nation, they can breathe now. A lot of people were speculating that he was changing agents, like he was trying to leverage himself out of Memphis and possibly get to a bigger market. I think him signing with Lift and Mike Miller kind of should ease your mind a little bit. I think it had a lot more to do with branding than anything else that people were speculating. And again, he's locked up, like you said. It's not like he's in a situation where he's negotiating a contract within the next year or anything. So I think Grizz Nation can breathe a sigh of relief. I think we're good. I mean, even when Ja Morant signed the contract, he even gave them an extra year, man. I don't think he's a small town kid from Dalzell, South Carolina. I don't think he's he's worried about big market. He's not that guy. I don't think he's trying to get out of Memphis, so to speak.
Man, yeah, I don't think so either, man. He's perfect for Memphis. What are you talking about? Perfect. Now, got to talk about some of the NBA playoffs because they've been a little bit wild. We got some games going on, and I want to first and foremost bring up what we have tonight at 9 o'clock. The Denver Nuggets have won 10 straight games against the Lakers. I mean, like, usually you're like, oh, man, in a best of 10, LeBron and AD can at least beat any team in the world with them two together, at least 2 or 3 times out of 10. No. They lost 10 straight to the Nuggets. They don't seem to have an answer. And Anthony Davis yesterday threw Darvin Ham under the bus. Lakers tonight, 9 o'clock. They're a 1.5-point favorite. Do you just keep riding the Nuggets, or do you think the Lakers are going to have any fight?
I think the Lakers win tonight. I think with LeBron and how they complain about the officiating, they're back at home in L.A. I think they're going to get a really good whistle tonight. When LeBron is upset, I think the NBA listens, and I think that finally comes to an end. I think they find a way to get a win and a close one. You see that they're 1.5-point favorite. I think that streak comes to an end at 10. I think they find a way to get one on the home floor, and after that, I'm not sure because a lot of times I think when the team that's favored, you win those 2 games at home. You have the tendency to maybe relax a little bit. You're not going to go in and think, okay, well, we're not going to play hard, but it's just kind of a subconscious thing that you just kind of relax. I mean, you could win the series at home. If you lose one of these games, I just got a feeling the Lakers find a way to get it done tonight. I think they're going to get a great whistle in this game tonight after kind of things that happened in that post game, the way LeBron kind of went off, left the press conference. I like you said, the NBA, when LeBron talks, the NBA listens. So I think the Lakers find a way to get it done tonight.
I was actually kind of surprised that LeBron and this team was up by 20 points, and he's talking about a foul that happened late in the third quarter against D'Angelo Russell. I thought it was a bad look for LeBron, and I also thought that was a stupid shot. With 13 seconds left on the clock, why is he pulling up? I know Kentavious Caldwell-Pope fell down, but dude, he has to know, like, bro, it ain't like you Steph Curry.
Yeah, man, you blow a 20-point lead. You can't blame officiating. And I knew the whole time, I was like, Denver's gonna walk them down, and they're gonna win this game, man. And that's exactly what happened. And Jamal Murray hit a hell of a shot, man, along the baseline there at the buzzer. In a normal circumstance, you'd think that would probably take their heart. It'd be hard to bounce back from. Like, they don't think they have any chance in hell of winning the series. But I think they find a way to win tonight. But you can't blame officiating, man, when you're up by 20 and you have guys like LeBron and AD, the veteran guys that have been there. You can't. That just can't happen. You talked about AD and his comments about they don't know what the hell they're doing half the time, and Darvin Ham has walked that back and said that he prides himself on him and his staff being prepared, and that's not true at all. So that was just an interesting comment to kind of throw your butt. But yeah, I think they find a way to get one. That might be the only one. If they win tonight, I think I'd pick Denver in Game 4 and for them to close it out in Game 5. But I think they find a way to get it done tonight. But that was the blow a 20-point lead, and we saw 2 games like that back to back. The 76ers seemed to have that game won, man, and Knicks just
that was crazy.
So victory from the jaws of defeat in that game. That was crazy how that ended. The last 2-minute report said that Maxey got fouled twice. I mean, it's just some wild stuff. But that was a crazy doubleheader, man.
That was one of the most fun nights in the world, and especially if you were like me and were the luckiest man on planet Earth. I came out on both sides. Like, I had the Knicks. I thought 100% was over, and they pulled out 8 points in 27 seconds. And then I had the Nuggets. They were down 20 in the third quarter. I literally got up in disgust, took my dog on a walk, and I came back, and they were down only by 6. And I was like, oh, my God.
Yeah, I had Philly, so that kind of it kind of messed me up a little bit. I had Philly on the money line in that one.
Oh, that would hurt. Yeah, my old man said the same thing.
It was brutal watching that.
My dad had the same pick, man, and he called, and I'm dancing and running around the street, and he called and said that's the worst thing, and he's cussing Philadelphia, and I was like, sorry, homie, I had the other side, man. But I got to ask you one other thing about Anthony Davis, like in LeBron. Since, Darvin Ham walked that back and said that he was very prepared, is there, like, Anthony Davis and LeBron looked, I think, terrible after that loss because, one, LeBron talking about a third-quarter foul. They blew a 20-point lead. He missed the three-pointer. just he didn't have a great fourth quarter. But Anthony Davis, who had 32 points in that damn game, didn't score a single point in the fourth quarter. How's that? He only took one shot in the fourth quarter. Is that what he's complaining about with Darvin Ham, that they never gave him the damn ball? Like, how does Anthony Davis, who led the team in scoring, not take more than one shot in the fourth quarter? That's crazy to me.
I just don't know what these coaches are doing a lot of the times. I don't understand it. You'll have a guy that dominate this matchup, and then they'll completely go away from it. And like you said, he had 32 points in the game and didn't even score. Like you said, only took one shot in the fourth quarter. I mean, I don't understand it. You have LeBron and AD. Those are your two guys. How in a game like that, especially when you're a game where your team's walking you down, as dominant as he can be at times, how does he only get one touch, one shot? I don't understand that. You can talk about Darvin Ham, and that plays into what AD said, that they don't know what they're doing, because that's not smart basketball.
Nope.
For AD not to only get one shot, even if he's struggling, he should get more than one shot in the fourth quarter, because that's your guy. You have to live and die with your guys, and they didn't do that in that game. And LeBron, like I said, that's a terrible shot. I don't know why he's taking that shot at that point, because, I mean, that's not his game. Drive the basketball. Like, I don't know why you taking a three at that point, but I just had a feeling that whole time that Denver was going to walk them down. I mean, I was like, if this game gets close, if they get this thing down to 6 or 7 points with 3 or 4 minutes to go, they're going to end up winning this basketball game, and that's exactly what it did. It didn't even get to overtime. Like you said, man, Jamal Murray was just a hell of a shot. He just takes this game to another level in the playoffs, man. Year in and year out, he does it, man. It's tough, man, but I don't know what LeBron is going to do after this. I mean, because I feel like they're going to lose this series probably in 5 games, and you have to come back and do this again, and I think it's only going to get worse for this team. I don't think they're going to be any better next year, and they barely sneaked in, had to get in the play-in this year. At some point, you have to think about, if he's going to stay with the Lakers, what am I doing this for? I'm 40 years old. I got to try to get back, get ready for this, and we might not even make the playoffs. So that's an interesting scenario going to the summer. I've looked at it. Everybody's saying he's not going to leave L.A., but that's kind of a bleak situation if you're kind of looking at it from his perspective.
That is a
but he put himself in that position, so, I mean, I can't feel sorry for him, but it's just kind of interesting.
That is a very, very good point. Last but not least, man, the Knicks 76ers, you talked about them, that crazy loss again. The Knicks and the Nova boys, DiVincenzo, Hart, Brunson, they're heading back to Philadelphia. Nova's not far. Do you like the Knicks on the road, or do you think the 76ers can get up off the mat after that crazy loss?
Yeah, I think the Sixers win tonight. They're 5.5 point favorite, because I think coming in, I think this was an evenly matched series. It should be 1-1 right now. So I can't see the Knicks. I mean, I can't see them going up 3-0. That would be crazy, because I feel like these are kind of two evenly matched teams. And shout out to Joel Embiid, man. He's been toughing it out, man. You can tell he's not even close to 100%, man. He's still out there getting it done, man. Looks like they had him out there doped up, man. Did you see the video where it was like he couldn't blink with his right eye? He was only blinking with his left eye. I think they had shot up on painkiller. But somehow, man, he's getting through it. I mean, he said after the game that they're the better team. They're going to win this series. So if that's going to happen, they have to win tonight. They can't go down 3-0. But I think they're going to get in front of the home crowd. I think they're going to be ready, and I think they're going to win, because I feel like they got one stolen from them. I know that's tough to bounce back from, but I feel like they're an evenly matched team with the Knicks, and I just can't see them going down 3-0, because, like I said, it should be 1-1 right now.
Tell everybody where you're at, what you're working on, what you got coming down the pipe, homie.
Yeah, man. Isaac _ NBA is for my regular Twitter feed. Ethos Grizzly. Go over there and check that out. TigerSportsReport.com.
Man, Isaac, thank you so much for your time. Enjoy the rest of your Thursday. Baseball, NFL draft, and NBA hoops. I'm sure you're going to be busy as all get out.
Man, will do, man. Talk to you next week.
That's Isaac Simpson. We're late for a break. We got Evie Van Pelt on the other side from the Rebel Walk. It's a Thirsty Thursday. Sports 56, 98.5 FM. Mugshots Grill and Bar in Collierville is now open and the ribbon cutting is April 25th. And Collierville Mugshots is giving away free burgers for a year, a $675 value, no purchase necessary. To enter, follow Mugshots Grill and Bar on Facebook. Like, tag 2 friends, and share. The lucky winner will be announced April 25th. Come by Mugshots Grill and Bar, 656 West Poplar for half-priced happy hour 2 to 6, Monday through Friday. Mugshots Grill and Bar, now open in Collierville. As always, having a good time.
Hi, folks. The Chevy Sheriff with good news for car and truck buyers. The Sunrise Chevy Ranch has acres of new Chevys and GM certified in stock, ready for immediate delivery. A $6 million used car inventory and cars and trucks for every budget, and a lot specializing in cars and trucks under $99.95. If you've been turned down by another dealer, see us at Sunrise. We specialize in financing, and SunriseMemphis.com is home of guaranteed credit approval. Cars and trucks may not be free, but at least they're affordable at Sunrise. Together, let's drive to the Sunrise Chevy Ranch, 385 in Houston, Levy, and Collierville.
We're here with David Cooper, Vice President of Genesis Diamonds. David, we're familiar with iconic brands. Are there designers for engagement rings?
Absolutely. Like every other industry, there are 10 renowned bridal designers who have been leading the industry for years. They are trusted, respected, and exclusive. Every jewelry store wishes to have them.
So what makes these designer engagement rings so desirable?
These designers drive a surge of customers to the store, making it the place to be. They attract shoppers who value quality, sophistication, and the ability to express their individuality through their engagement ring.
Can customers find these engagement rings in other stores?
Absolutely not. Other stores would love to have them, but they didn't make the cut. They have to settle for what they can get, not what they wish to have.
So Genesis has cornered the market.
Certainly. We offer a world-class exclusive selection from $1,900 complete rings to $250,000 celebrity rings. Best bridal designers in the world create these one-of-a-kind rings specifically to showcase your individuality like no other ring.
Genesis Diamonds, Poplar at Perkins Extended.
If you love sports and Mexican food, you can get the best of both at Los Cabos Mexican Bar and Grill on Summer near Graham. Watch all the big games on all the big TVs on all the walls at Los Cabos and enjoy premium tequila shots anytime for just $5.50. Celebrate every day with lunch specials from 10 to 3 and happy hour from 3 to 8. Lunch is just $6.75 to $10.99 and margaritas start at $3.99. Experience real Mexican cuisine along with great sports at Los Cabos on Summer near Graham.
There's an institution in East Memphis that I love talking about. It's the Spirit Shop at 4848 Poplar Avenue, right down the street from Clark Tower, and it looks like a log cabin. It's been around Memphis since 1969 with a family-owned, friendly, knowledgeable sales staff that is just a wonderful place to go. I love going in and talking wine or bourbons, and they've got such great selection. So if you've not visited the Spirit Shop in a while, it's been remodeled. You'll love what you see when you need spirits. Tell Eddie Wollo said hello.
We are Sports 56, WHBQ Memphis, and W253 DF Memphis. Flynn Broadcasting Stations.
That is one of those things. When things get too heavy, just call me helium.
Now, back to Sports 56 Happy Hour on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. This hour is brought to you by Tito's Vodka. Here once again, Johnny Radio.
Welcome back to a little Sports 56 Happy Hour. I'm your buddy Johnny Radio. Happy Thirsty Thursday. You know it's always brought to you by the best. That's Tito's Handmade Vodka, crafted and distilled right down there in Austin, Texas. 6 times distilled and distilled in classic copper pots. It's really, really smooth. Slightly sweet, black pepper note, balances everything out. You can be crafting a cocktail or just drinking it neat. Whatever you do, when you get your spirit on, always get the best. And remember this is just the way it is, man. Maybe you have like a team, you want them to get a certain player, they don't get them, you kind of freak out. Don't freak out, don't fret, don't stress. If life hands you lemons, just make a lemon drop. Make sure it's always with Tito's Handmade Vodka. Evie Van Pelt, how are you doing today?
I am doing great. So happy to be back here with y'all this week.
Thank you so much. And y'all know Evie. She's the founder, the publisher of The Rebel Walk, the #1 source for all things Ole Miss sports information, football, basketball, baseball, you name it, they got it. And today's a huge day. We got baseball on right now. We got wall-to-wall baseball, the NFL draft. You got NBA playoffs. You got 2 portal kings. Like down in Oxford, it's a wild day. I'm pretty sure everybody's busy. What are you watching tonight for the NFL draft?
Oh, my goodness. Well, I tell you what, I'm really interested to see, the Rebels have 3 that we think will be drafted for sure. Cedric Johnson, defensive end. He'll probably be the mid-rounds. I don't expect to hear any Ole Miss names called tonight, but to be honest, that's because they're all coming back for the last dance.
No joke.
So next year at this time, we'll probably, have a lot more going on, but still, Cedric Johnson, I think we've heard maybe look for the Bills, Cowboys, and Steelers are interested in him. Safety Dejon Anthony and cornerback DeAndre Prince. I think Dejon and DeAndre probably will also, we look for them to be taken in the late rounds. So we're definitely keeping an eye on that. And do not discount our man D-Wade, Dayton Wade, former walk-on, came in, set Ole Miss on fire with some of the most spectacular receptions you'll see out there anywhere. So he's one to watch also.
Is it kind of crazy because you brought up Wade, and I want to kind of touch a little bit more on all these guys, kind of give everybody the Ole Miss family a little bit more feel about them. But Wade, I mean, this is the deepest wide receiver draft I can remember. Does that kind of hurt him a little?
Yeah, I think it does. We would have loved to have had him come back, but they've all got to make their own decisions, and can't blame him for wanting to get out there. I feel like he thinks probably he has accomplished a lot in his last 2 years. 2 years at Ole Miss, he was a transfer in. He put on a show last year. I don't know what else he could do
That's the truth.
to convince folks. So we'll see. But just a great guy, phenomenal attitude. That's what, we had an actual, an NIL with him with Dayton and the Rebel Walk. And what struck me from the very first time we heard him talk was just his positive mental attitude that he's got. So if anybody can make it out there, it'll be D-Wade.
Yeah, and again, the thing about him is he obviously believes in himself, from going to walk on to where he's at. He's faced adversity. And a lot of guys, when you get to college football, you were the best thing since sliced bread in high school. You come on to college, you're the best thing in the whole wide world. You really hadn't faced adversity. I kind of like somebody who's actually had to put their put their head down, humble themselves, and then go out there and continue to work and then also produce. So that's impressive about Wade.
Me too. And I think, you hit the nail on the head. I mean, I think he was that was one of the biggest snubs from the NFL Combine earlier this month. He was not invited. Mm-hmm. He was the number 2 target for Jackson Dart. He finished 7th among SEC receivers in receiving yards, 830. Receiving yards, 12th in receptions, 20th in touchdowns. I mean, I think that, you're right. He bet on himself, and I think he said that, and he just said, a lot of players, I had better stats than they did, but then he said, I'm not going to let that get to me, because at the end of the day, the cream's going to rise to the top, and that's how I'm approaching it. So, go D-Wade.
Go D-Wade. Now, tell me a little bit more about Cedric Johnson.
Okay, well, Cedric, is going to be an interesting one.
He's got the
really
NFL body.
He definitely has the NFL body, and like I said, we've heard that he's getting interest from the Bills, the Cowboys, and the Steelers. He looked good at the Combine. He looked good at Ole Miss's Pro Day. Has had a lot of interest in him. I don't know. I mean, I think that he. Definitely, we've looked at what some of the analysts have said about him. He's strong at the point of the attack, will set firm edges, has strong hands.
He's probably one of the most athletic big men out there. I mean, his combine numbers were stupid. I mean, he ran a 4.6 40.
It was ridiculous.
His vertical is 38 inches. He's 270 pounds, and he jumped. I feel
he had
terrible.
a 10-foot. Yeah, he had a 10-foot 2-inch broad jump on top of his 38-inch vertical, and I think that was among the top 5 best among defensive linemen and linebackers. So he had the highest mark, for the majority of the day. Had 40 tackles in his final season at Ole Miss. So I think that that's going to be, he's definitely going to be, I would say, the highest pick of the Rebels that are in the draft this season. Super nice guy. I mean, I remember talking to him at SEC Media Days, not this last year, but the year before, right after Sam Williams got drafted by the Cowboys. And that was something, he just had the biggest smile on his face. He was excited for Sam, and he was looking forward to when the day would come that he would get his opportunity. So I think that'll be coming.
Well, Cedric Johnson will be looking for you probably day 2, hopefully.
Yes, that's what I would expect.
And then, oh my gosh, who else did you mention? I've already forgotten.
Dejon Anthony. He's a safety, and he was a starter at Ole Miss this last year. He was a strong safety in Pete Golding's 4.25. He was interesting. He walked on at one school, Shepherd, and then at Liberty, okay, and then put together a career year in his lone SEC season when he moved to safety for the Rebels. So he primarily played cornerback and nickel in his first 4 or 5 years in college. So, he's another one, really super fast, and we're excited to see what he does. And again, just think about that, walking on at a couple of places and then actually coming in and, making it and being a starter, a productive starter for an SEC school. That says a lot for him.
Well, we've been talking a little NFL draft action with Evie Van Pelt from the Rebel Walk. I got to know, like you said, next year, Ole Miss, this will be a really busy day, but I'm so glad that they're coming back for this last dance. College football playoff I'm looking forward to. I'm already I'm ready. It's happening. I feel it.
I do too. And I did want to go back and just add one thing because I forgot to mention that DeAndre Prince, who is also, we're looking for him to be drafted. He ran a 4.34 40 at the combine.
Whoa.
So yeah. So we're looking to see DeAndre's name called too. But yeah, I'm already. It's funny. Of course, you want these guys. That's the ultimate goal for them to go on and get a chance to play at the next level. But I'm gonna tell you, I might be a little bit sad next year at this time because Ole Miss has got a heck of a team coming back for the last dance, but then they're going to be losing a whole lot next year. So that'll be challenging, but hopefully it will be coming on the heels of a very, very deep playoff run for the Rebels.
Yeah. Now that spring ball is wrapped up for the Rebels and stuff, any other news coming around Lane Kiffin and the football program?
Well, 3 days ago, they got a huge commit from Jacoby Hobson, and he's from Lake Cormorant, the same school as Cam Franklin in Mississippi, and he was one really, he's really the 2025 class. It's early for Ole Miss at this point, but they've got a Kylan Deere running back, Dylan Alford wide receiver, Talib Graham, and Corey Amos linebackers. And then I'm telling you, Jacoby Hobson was a big pickup and is one that Pete Golding has really, really wanted. And so I think that's going to be, that's a big, important one. He was very, very highly coveted, very talented. 6'3", 205 pounder, can play linebacker and play DB. I think he's the number 7 player in the 2025 class in the state of Mississippi. So very highly sought after. Plus, we talked, and in addition to getting Henry Parrish through the transfer portal.
I was going to say that's actually I didn't know anything about honestly this new commit that you landed. So I need to go check out Leanne's page real quick. I need to go see what she's been dropping lately. But I saw that he's back.
Yes, he is back. And also the Rebels picked up another real big commit in the running back department is Ja'Cory Merritt. And Ja'Cory Merritt is from New Mexico. I mean, he ran for 1,190 yards, I think, last year, was their leading rusher. He's another, big bruiser. I think it was the 7th most yards in New Mexico history, 17 touchdowns. Wow. Another really, really big, important addition, and they've also had another guy on campus this week. Indiana transfer running back Trent Holland was on campus for 2 days. I think he even extended his visit out to the limit, and his family was with him. He was a leading rusher for the Hoosiers last year. Big, get this, 6'2", 250. So, it's funny how we
didn't have Quinshon Judkins leaves, goes to Ohio State. Everybody's freaking out, and now I'm like, how are you going to feed all these guys?
That's exactly right, and I think if they don't get Howland, that might be the only reason, because they've already got so many guys. But but for sure with Ja'Cory Merritt, adding him in with Henry Parrish and Ulysses Bentley and Kedrick Riscano and Logan Diggs, my goodness, not worried at all about that running back room.
That I'm kind of shocked how it is that he just continues to do it, doesn't he?
He sure does. And, somebody else who is joining him now in that little transfer portal king world is Chris Beard.
My goodness, you ain't lying.
Chris Beard. And I tell you what's making all of this possible is the Grove Collective at Ole Miss. I tell you what, I don't know if you probably saw it, but on May 6th, the Grove Collective announced this week they're going to have an evening with Eli Manning and Jackson Dart. And so fans are going to have a chance to meet both players. There'll be a silent auction and dinner and everything. So that's going to be really, really a great thing, 6 p.m. on May 6th. So people can go visit.
How do people, if somebody's listening right now and they want to go to that, what do they got to do?
Well, they need to go to thegrovecollective.com, and on that site they can find an evening with Eli Manning and Jackson Dart, and there is an opportunity to reserve a table. Tables are for 10. You might want to get some friends to chip in with you, because I think it's $5,000 a table. So 10 people per table, $500 a person, and you got a really great evening with Eli and Jackson, and you have meet and greet and photo and autographed football and all sorts of stuff. So.
And you're also helping out the NIL for little Ole Miss, man.
Man, and Chris Beard, he's over there doing work. That portal class right now is number 7 in the nation that he's got. And so that's a big deal. He's currently got 5 players, and big one yesterday, Sean Padula from Virginia Tech, point guard. And the ones that he has so far, Malik Dia, Padula, David Barnes, Dre Davis, and Mikhail Brown-Jones. I tell you what, if you go and look at the averages, the point per game averages of those guys, Chris isn't playing around.
Dang.
I mean, he's yeah. So I think really and truly we're seeing, Padula, I think that was a big one. And I think, I make no mistake, I think the Grove Collective played a big role in that, if you know what I mean.
And
so.
Also, one other thing about the thing. So you got some people moving in. Former Memphis Tiger and who did he play for the Big 12? Oklahoma State. Musa Cisse.
Musa Cisse.
Yeah, and he bouncing.
Yes, Musa Cisse is, and Brandon Murray and Austin Nunez have entered the portal. The players that they have brought in, however, I think I looked it up, they have a combined average of 16.7 points a game. So I think, it's interesting. You can kind of see some of the direction that he's going. The Padula, the Virginia Tech guard Padula, I mean, he averaged, I think, 16.4 points, 4.3 rebounds, and 4.6 assists per game. He is truly an impact player, so that's going to be fun to watch. They had a visit from Javon Small yesterday. Yeah, I mean, it's just, they're doing a lot of work.
They are doing work. Ole Miss baseball is doing a little bit of work. They had their big Kids Day game this week, and now they start a huge series against Alabama.
Yeah, they do, and so this is a big one. Ole Miss right now coming into this series with Alabama, they're sitting at 22-18 overall, but the magic numbers there are in the SEC play. They're 6-12. Now, 6-12, you know, the magic number everybody says you need to hit would be 13 SEC wins. They're at 6. So they need 7 more, and they've got this home series against Bama, a road series against Auburn, who they're 2-16. So you hope they can get, you know, a number of wins there. But then back home against number 1 A&M, and then hit the road to play LSU. So they've got those 4 series in addition to this one. Yeah, they're going to have to do some work. Now, the good news is this time last year, now it might be a low bar, but this time last year they were 3-15. So 6-12, you know, they're ahead, but they need to come up with 7 wins. It's really interesting. Their remaining opponents are 27-45 in the SEC. So,
Ooh,
you know, there's some room now. It's funny, the ones that they have already played, the teams that they have already played this year, their opponents' record averages out to be the best in the country as of Monday. So that has been good for the Rebels in that their RPI is good right now. I think they're at number 24 in the RPI, even the 6-12 SEC record notwithstanding. But that's because their opponents have been so strong, as we talked about.
Well, yeah, Kentucky, Arkansas, and Tennessee. Like, y'all have already played all 3 of them.
Yes, exactly. So, so we're gonna see this weekend. We're gonna have Riley Maddox on the mound. Actually, the series starts tonight. So same night as the draft. So they play tonight. They'll have Riley Maddox on the mound, and then they'll have Liam Doyle on the mound for Game 2, and then Game 3 is TBA. We may see Gunnar Dennis. We may see JT Quinn. JT Quinn came in Georgia in that final game that they did. They needed to take that final game from Georgia, and they did. So that was good for them that they managed that.
How are people right now? You know, Mike is kind of interesting character down there. The way fans have strong opinions. They either love him or just kind of, you know, don't love him, let's say. He got his 1,000th career win, I believe, last Saturday. What is the feeling around Mike right now? I mean, he did get a natty just 2 seasons ago.
Yeah, you know, it was funny. I mean, there were people last season that were frustrated and wanted him to leave and retire, you know, just literally this season after winning a national title. So I don't know, but I think that, you know, there's still a lot of season left to play. And in terms of fans, I think you're right. I think it's still very polarized. I think those that want him gone, obviously sitting at 6-12 in the SEC, they're going to still feel that way. But the ones who, you know, appreciate all that he's done and all that he means to the sport and to Ole Miss are fine with waiting it out and seeing how it goes the rest of the season. And, you know, they've had an awful lot of transfers. You know, we talked about that and fitting those transfers in. And
a lot of injured arms.
Yeah, a lot of injured arms. I mean, you have Hunter Elliott and Xavier Rivas out there Friday and Saturday nights, and I think your season might look a lot different to this point.
I have to agree. Yeah, I was Saturday. I was down at Wingfest, and there was a bunch of Ole Miss fans down there with me, and one of them being Brasky. And my goodness, they were going back and forth talking, you know, Mike and the Ole Miss baseball program. And I'm like, man, it's kind of wild hearing this much Ole Miss baseball down here on the river.
Oh, how funny. But you knew it all. You probably knew more than all of them put together.
Oh, thanks. That's so sweet. I didn't get in it. It was a little heated, but I sure was eavesdropping. I was having a little fun. But Evie, man, tell me what you're working on. You over at therebelwalk.com, again, your number one source for all things Ole Miss sports information. She's got a team over there. They do a fabulous job. What y'all got coming down the pipe?
Well, we're keeping up with, the waning days of the portal for this spring window. The end of the month will be closing, and we'll be keeping our eyes on the Portal Kings now. Like we said, both Portal Kings, Kiffin and Beard, and we'll have all the NFL draft info. And we have a lot of players who are players to watch that maybe weren't ones that folks were thinking of, but that we're going to be keeping an eye out on in terms of undrafted free agents, Zachary Franklin, Isaac Ukwu, Ashanti Sistrunk, Jeremiah John Baptiste. So we'll be keeping an eye on that and giving folks all the latest on that. Of course, we'll have coverage. We have a full team that will be at the baseball series this weekend, so we'll keep you posted on that. And Ole Miss women's basketball coach, Coach Yo, tweeted yesterday, I believe. She said, some folks are asking how KK Deans is, and she said, here's how she is, and she showed her working out on court shooting baskets, and she looked good. So I think things are good in Coach Yo's world as well.
Man, everybody doing that work down in Oxford. But I did get a text. Everybody wants to know, how are the baby swallows?
Oh, they're okay right now. They're to the point where when they're little, they're way down low in the nest and you can't see them. And then the bigger they get, they're like all filling it up and they kind of have to sit up on the edge. And so we're to the edge, but they're funny. They just, when they fledge, when they leave the nest, they just take off and fly. They don't, like some birds are down hopping around on the ground. These literally, they take off and go. So it's kind of fun to watch. And we're at that stage where it could be any time now. So no more snakes.
Hallelujah.
Flesh, so thank goodness.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Evie, have a wonderful week. Enjoy the draft. Enjoy the baseball. And we'll do it again next week.
Thank you so much. Y'all have a wonderful weekend. Hotty toddy.
That is Evie Van Pelt from the Rebel Walk. On the other side, we're going to take a little time out and have some funny stories coming up. And I think even Dacus has one today, don't you?
I do have a story.
Oh, so he always brings the wood. Hardwood's on the other side. Sports 56, 98.5 FM.
Start your day with Sports 56 Mornings with Greg Gaston and Eli Savoy. Weekday mornings from 7 to 10, right here on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM.
This is hard to believe, but the Hyundai Santa Fe is actually better. I know, that's crazy, isn't it? The 2024 Santa Fe is new, top to bottom, and even better than before. It's almost as big as the Palisade, so roomy, and now it's got a standard third row. Everybody's clamoring for that. And it's the best SUV when it comes to the ride than ever before. You know how with SUVs you love it because you're sitting high, but you don't get that luxury kind of ride like a sedan? You do with the 2024 Santa Fe. It's the best riding SUV ever, and it's quiet. It's the ultimate family car. All you've got to do to be sold is to test drive it. The people at Homer Skelton Hyundai are saying, come try it. You'll love it. Homer Skelton Hyundai, right at the corner of Highway 78 and Craft Road. First exit in Mississippi. Go see the ultimate SUV, the 2024 Santa Fe.
Case IH is a proud supporter of the Mississippi Farm Bureau, and thanks to a membership benefits partnership, Mississippi Farm Bureau members receive a discount of up to $500 on every qualifying Case IH tractor and piece of equipment you purchase. This discount may be used with other promotions, rebates, or offers. So join Mid-South Ag Equipment and the Mississippi Farm Bureau and pocket up to $500 in savings. Call Mid-South Ag at 662-890-3141 to get your discount today.
Jenkins Floors and More invites you to their retail warehouse where they pass wholesale savings on to you. Jenkins Floors in Hernando, Little Rock, and Cleveland, Mississippi specializes in flooring and carpeting, tile, plantation shutters, and blinds. Jenkins makes your life easy with a 2-week turnaround. Contractors, builders, or family projects, call 662-469-9350 for a free estimate. Owners Timmy and Rebecca Jenkins say hello to Sports 56 fans and look forward to your business.
Is your home screaming for an upgrade? Listen closely because Choate's Air Conditioning, Heating, and Plumbing is about to make your day. First up, say goodbye to cold showers and hello to endless hot water with our tankless water heater upgrade. Not only does it save space and energy, but it also keeps the hot water flowing exactly when you need it. And here's the kicker. Switch from your old tank to a sleek, efficient tankless water heater now, and Choate's will hand you a $500 credit. Yep, you heard that right. $500 back in your pocket. But wait, there's more. Clogged drains are a hassle no homeowner wants to deal with. With Choate's special offer, get your drains cleared for just $93 or it's absolutely free. That's our guarantee to make it drain or you don't pay a dime. So why wait? Call Choates today at 347-8086 or visit us online at ChoatesHVAC.com. And remember, Choates, let our family serve your family.
Hey, Mid-South! Discover your new ride at Gossett Kia on the Pike. You want it? We Gossett with 2024 Kia Forte LXS. 41 MPG Highway, $199 a month, $34.99 due at signing. How about 2023 Kia EV6 Wind, rear-wheel drive, $249 a month. Plus, Gossett Kia's got 2024 Telluride LX front-wheel drive, $369 a month. Both $39.99 due at signing, all 24-month lease. And you'll always find peace of mind with Kia's 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty. So stop what you're doing and call Bobby J, because he's ready to put you in a new Kia today. That's Gossett Kia, 1900 Covington Pike, online, KiaCovingtonPike.com.
If you want it, we got it at Gossett Motor Cars.
All 650 acquisition P, 30,000 miles per year, 20 cents excess mileage, Forte RE756 120, MSRP 22,320, EV6 P56 03393, MSRP 50,200, Telluride RG5 1041, MSRP 37,935, includes all rebates and incentives, must finance through Hyundai, excludes tax, title, and license. See dealer for complete details, offer valid through 4/30/2024, dealer stock only.
4.9 liter V8, 0 to 60, and I'm about to find out.
Now, back to Sports 56 Happy Hour on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. This hour is brought to you by Tito's Vodka. Here once again, Johnny Radio.
Welcome back to a little Sports 56 Happy Hour. I'm your buddy Johnny Radio. It is a crazy Thursday. We got wall-to-wall baseball. I'm scared to look at the scores. Everything okay with Philly right now?
John, give me 2 seconds and I will let you know. I've not been watching that game. I have my eyes on Boston and Cleveland. Tied up at 0-0. Wow, White Sox on top of the Twins right now, 1-0 in the top of the second. Brew Crew and Pirates are tied at the end of the third, 3-3. Still 0-0 in both Red Sox Guardians and Phillies Reds. But I will say, Red Sox have bases loaded at the top of the second with only one out. That is your MLB update.
Good job, man. And it's been brought to you by Frontier Western Store. You want to look good? All you have to do is go to 5880 Goodman Road down in Olive Branch. You can get all the stuff for your children because they have a kids department. You can get your girlfriend, your mother, your friend a bunch of gear because they have a beautiful ladies boutique. They have a men's section with everything you need, and they have the largest boot showroom around. If you think boots, there's only one thing to think, and that's Frontier Western Store, 5880 Goodman Road down in Olive Branch, or you can always shop online at frontierwesternstore.com. Let's go to Hardwood.
This is Access Hardwood.
All right. Man, you know, there's a lot of stuff going on. You got the NFL draft. You got all kinds of craziness going on out there right now. And there's one little thing that just kind of came up that I was paying attention during the break. So a lot of people are now saying that Michael Penix Jr. has now vaulted up into the first round of the NFL draft.
Yeah.
They're saying that the Raiders are going to take him at the 27th pick?
It could be.
Holy moly, man. I don't know why people were putting Bo Nix ahead of him. And I think Michael Penix Jr., with what he did, and you heard our good buddy David Cobb, think about what Washington had 4 wins before he got there and then only lost 3 games when he was there over 2 seasons. Like, he tore it up. So I like that. We got NFL draft going on, but now it's time to have a little bit of fun with some hardwood stories. So we've got Caitlin Clark out there. She's making all kinds of moves and noise, and she was offered $15 million by the Big Three. Did you see that?
Yeah, you brought this up a couple weeks ago when they first did it. It's crazy.
At first, we thought it was $10 million.
Okay.
Now they said that their boss came out there and said, we have guaranteed her, we offered her $15 million to suit up for Ice Cube's Big Three. He says it's 10 games a year. In the contract, they wanted to make sure that the minimum that she would make was $15 million, that they were also offering her a little bit of ownership, in the company. They were like they were offering her the world to come and join the big three. She basically turned it down because a lot of people are saying that Nike says that if she's going to get her shoe deal, that she has to be in the WNBA, which that makes complete sense to me. I understand that. And you're signing her for $28 million. But did you know who Dave Portnoy is, the Barstool guy? I like him now. Like, he's a pretty interesting guy. He loves to gamble, is rich, talks all kinds of trash. I enjoy it. He came out and said that Nike screwed Caitlin Clark because she's worth way more than $28 million. And especially an 8-year, $28 million, he says that's flat out stealing from the girl. He says that she deserves $10 million a year.
Wow.
I mean, as popular as she is, he said that 8 years and $80 million would be the minimum for her. This is a guy who sold his company for $500 million and then bought it back for $1. I might kind of listen to Dave. Talk about a savvy business dude. But I kind of actually do think that maybe she is undervalued. $28 million over 8 years? Who knows? We'll see. But I thought that was interesting. And then the other thing I thought was interesting is some people came out there and were saying that it's ridiculous that Caitlin Clark got a shoe deal. Like, how can Caitlin Clark get a shoe deal? This is just ridiculous. How come Angel Reese didn't get a shoe deal? She's much more flashy. She's more popular. She'll be better than the WNBA. Kind of just going off. I don't know why. But then I thought it was kind of funny. Did you notice what Angel Reese posted yesterday?
Yeah.
She bought herself a new $200,000 Benz. And the year before that, she got herself a nice $200,000 Benz. This time she got like the G-Wagon. Last year she got the super duper like pimp car. So I don't think Angel Reese is doing very bad. And also, did you notice that she's actually the queen of the NIL deals last year? She had more NIL deals than even Libby Dunn. I did not know that. I thought she might have made more money, Libby Dunn, but Angel Reese had more NIL deals than any other woman. So don't worry, Angel's doing well. And speaking of women, I just want all women to smile and be happy. You know that?
Of course.
And I saw that Giselle, do you remember Tom Brady's wife?
Of course.
What is it, Boonchin or something? Boonchin?
Yeah,
Giselle.
like
Just
that.
know everybody knows her by
She's
her
a
first
first
name.
name,
She's
yeah.
a first name girl. She's hot. She's, first name her. Well, she got pulled over by the cops.
For what?
Speeding. And she started crying. And you know why?
Why is that?
She just said she couldn't take it. She's being harassed by the paparazzi and she was just trying to get away. And oh my God, it is just so terrible. And do you think that she got a ticket?
No.
I don't think so either. We don't know if she did or not. But she did tell the cops because we have the video and it stops. It doesn't show it. Just a little snippet of the video. And you hear her saying, she said, I'm so tired. Everywhere I go, these effing guys are after me. No one protects me. I can't do anything. I just want to live my damn life. She's so sad. I feel so bad for her. I really actually do. Kind of do. If I pulled her over, I can promise she wouldn't get a ticket. She would not get a ticket. I doubt she did. What do you think?
There's no way she got a ticket. No chance.
And the other reason I bring her up is because the one thing that Giselle should never do is be careful. Don't ever give a cop your phone. And that's why I went to the Giselle, because she was crying to the cop. Because now, did you hear about what your phone can do? What cops can do with your phone?
No.
So this is crazy. Now, I don't know if we got this here in Memphis yet. They don't have them everywhere. But your phone could now snitch on you for consuming drugs. Yep.
How?
Because Clinical Chemistry Laboratories in Medicine has come out with a new drug test where you just take the person's phone. If you have their phone, if they don't want to submit to a urine test or you don't have the right to give them blood, you just get their phone, rub a little swab against it off the back of it. Because of your hands are always on it, they are now able to tell if you've consumed cocaine, MDMA, THC, amphetamines, ketamine, heroin, mescaline, antidepressants, painkillers, and hypnotics. And guess what? They're the first one that even can test for mushrooms.
Wow.
So this is like, I can bust you for everything, but let me just tell you something. Clinical chemistry, laboratories, and medicine. If I'm a lawyer, and you know I like to play a lawyer on the radio.
All the time.
I love it. I'm getting this person off if they ever get busted for the phone snitching on them. You know how come?
How's that?
I know I'm not the only person that handles my phone.
Ah, I see.
You can blame this on a significant other. Be like, my wife is always looking for my phone.
Throw them under the bus.
Yeah, you throw also your coworker. I got a snooty coworker who always picks up my phone.
Interesting.
I got this homeless dude down the street needed to make a call. I just let him use my phone because I'm nice because we don't have pay phones anymore. And no, I didn't have a quarter because nobody has quarters anymore.
Interesting.
Do you ever have change in your pocket?
Sometimes when I come up here, we got a snack machine out there that takes quarters, so I'll bring quarters up here sometimes.
Holy cow! Philadelphia. It's got to be like a grand slam or something. What just happened? They're up 4-0, brother.
I don't know, John. I have a story about the draft if you'd like to hear.
Philadelphia up 4-0 on Cincinnati. I told you had to pay a little to play, but this is the bet because what did I say? They're going to come out there and give some run support for Zach Wheeler, brother.
Absolutely.
And guess what? They gave him 4 runs already. They're just in the top of the third,
How about
son.
that?
4-0 Philly over Cincinnati. Count your dollars.
What
were you saying? I'm sorry.
I've got a story about the NFL draft if you'd like to hear it.
I like hearing anything you have, sir.
Ari Mirov, the guy on Twitter, I'm sure you've seen him.
Yes,
he
I
tweets
know
out a
who you're
bunch of
talking about.
stuff about the NFL. He tweeted this earlier today, NFL draft story that shaped up the NFL today. Now, John, I need you to lock in. I need you to put your phone down. I need you to lock into the story because you're not going to be able to follow it if you're doing multiple things, okay? All right. The Chiefs, the Kansas City Chiefs, were picking at number 28 in the 2016 NFL draft and had interest in Memphis quarterback Paxton Lynch. So the Chiefs wanted Paxton Lynch. However, the Broncos traded up to 26 just ahead of the Chiefs and snatched him. Denver gave up picks 31 and 94 to move up to number 26. So 31 and 94. The Chiefs would have had an extra third-round pick, number 91, to offer in a trade up for Lynch. So they would have been able to send 3 picks to get Paxton Lynch, but the NFL took it away for tampering in free agency that year with Jeremy Maclin.
I remember this.
So Lynch's agent confirmed the next day that the Chiefs and the Cowboys were the other 2 teams that were trying to move up to get him. So the Chiefs weren't able to move up because they didn't have that third pick
I remember
that they
Jerry
wanted.
Jones wanted him.
He sure did. As a result, Kansas City instead traded out of number 28 and traded down to number 37, where they selected defensive tackle Chris Jones. How about that? The next year, because they didn't draft a quarterback that year, the Chiefs needed a quarterback, so they traded up from number 27 to number 10 and drafted Patrick Mahomes. So if Kansas City had had that pick
and didn't tamper,
instead of tampering, they would not have drafted Patrick Mahomes. They would have drafted Paxton Lynch. How about that?
Wow.
And they wouldn't have had Chris Jones either.
Maybe Paxton Lynch would have been better with Andy Reid. No.
Here's the thing. Nothing that happened to Paxton Lynch was because of any coaching staff or any development. It was all because of Paxton Lynch.
By the way, also that was the same draft that Dak Prescott went to the Dallas Cowboys.
Is that right? That's right.
It was 2016
I believe
draft.
you're right. Yeah.
I'm pretty damn sure. I'm pretty sure.
So how about that?
Man, that is pretty damn good. Well, Giselle's been crying. We're sad about that. We've found out a little bit about, the NFL draft. The last thing I have to bring up is Nikola Jokic's brother.
Do we have any update on him?
Yes, we do. The cops right now have found the man that he punched.
Wow.
But at this point, nothing has been said. They've come out. The cops are saying that they don't know if he wants to press charges. And let me just tell you something. Don't just hold the charges. Get somebody to reach out to the Joker and get yourself what do you think not pressing charges on Joker's brother's worth? $20K? I mean, it's just one punch in the face. I mean, you don't want to go get greedy. A nice $20K. I'll take a punch in the face for $20K. You could probably. I mean, do you think you can get like if you got punched in the face by Jokic's brother? Cops come to you and say, "Hey, do you want to press charges against him?" Like to say no, how much are you going to take?
Is that considered blackmail, John?
No, that's considered America.
Okay.
Yes, it's called considered America. You know what people do when they sue idiots all the time? They're capitalizing on their misfortune.
I guess so.
This guy unfortunately got punched in the face. I would say $20K is worth not pressing charges.
All right.
Fair? And
fair.
that's chump change. Dude, John Morant threw $36,000, I believe, up in the air in a shake junt. And let me tell you something. That was a C- stripper. Imagine if she was an A.
Imagine.
He took a face to the punch, man. Like, hey, $20K, I think he's good for it.
Face to the punch.
Yeah, you know what? It doesn't matter. Get your $20K, homie. Don't touch the dial. We're back to close out with some bets. Sports 56, 98.5 FM.
Be sure to follow us at Sports 56 WHBQ on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube to watch live video of our shows. Stay up to date with station events and have chances to win prizes. Don't miss out on anything that's going on. Follow us at Sports 56 WHBQ.
At Sunrise, both on Jefferson and Poplar, we understand that a lot of the early morning crowd is not early morning at all. We're talking about the heroes that work the overnight shift. These are people that keep the world turning while we sleep. That's why both Sunrise locations have a full bar. If you have a long day ahead of you, you probably want coffee. But if you've been working all night, you might just want a drink. Not only do both Sunrise locations have every cocktail you could want, they also both feature a Bloody Mary bar with a huge selection of fixins. If you just got off work at Sunrise, come have a drink at Sunrise.
Hey Mid-South, get to Gossett Mitsubishi Motors Spring Sales Event and get thunderstruck with 43 MPG Highway and 2024 Mitsubishi Mirage. We Gossett for $18,960 or $269 a month. Or hit the open road in your 2024 Mitsubishi Eclipse Cross. We Gossett $28,350 or $379 a month. And adventure starts with 2024 Mitsubishi Outlander SE. We Gossett $32,765 or $449 a month. Plus, every Gossett Mitsubishi comes with Mitsubishi's 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty. That's Gossett Mitsubishi, 1870 Covington Pike, online 24/7 at MemphisMitsubishi.com.
If you want it, we Gossett at Gossett Motor Cars.
All 84 months Mirage RH00 5921 MSRP 19460 Eclipse RZO 342,249 MSRP 29,350 Outlander RZO 43754 MSRP 33,765 includes all rebates and incentives. PF 695 excludes tax title and license. See dealer for complete details. Offer valid through end of the month. Dealer stock only.
If you've tried to buy a Rolex watch lately, you know how difficult it is. New models are in rare supply. Some jewelers put you on wait lists. Others make you buy their other jewelry at inflated prices just to be considered for a Rolex purchase. Well, that's all changed now that Genesis Diamonds has arrived. Genesis Diamonds is the premier dealer of luxury pre-owned Rolex timepieces. People who come in are shocked to see Daytonas, Hulks, Submariners, Pepsis, Datejusts, all the hard-to-find Rolex watches ready to wear today. At Genesis, we've used our worldwide connections to find only the first luxury pre-owned Rolexes, immaculate, pristine watches, fairly priced with no strings attached, and with flexible financing options. So enough with the wait list and the retail jeweler games. Get the Rolex of your dreams today at Genesis Diamonds. And if you already have a Rolex and are interested in trading up, we also have Rolex buyers on site every day. Just another example of how we're forever changing the jewelry landscape here. Genesis Diamonds, official jeweler of the Tennessee Titans at Poplar and Perkins Extended.
Nestled in the heart of East Memphis, located corner of Park and Cherry, is a beautiful residential neighborhood. I'm here at Town Village Audubon Park interviewing a new resident, Carolyn. Share with us why you chose Town Village.
Well, if your parents or special friends need to make that big move, let me share with you my experience. It was tough for me to leave home, but then I discovered Town Village. I would like to highly recommend Town Village to you and your loved ones. After looking at all the amenities and meeting all the people and staff, I was hooked. From restaurant, bistro, 3 meals per day, housekeeping, transportation, security, health care, physical therapy, exercise room, and even a heated pool and spa. Come see us and make your new home at Town Village.
Visit us and call Daniel at Town Village Audubon Park at 901-374-7342. There's no place like home, Town Village.
At Jason's Deli, when you're dining in or picking up curbside, you can expect wholesome food and no surprises, just delicious sandwiches, crisp salads, and quick quality meals made with the freshest ingredients and no artificial trans fats, MSG, high fructose corn syrup, or artificial colors and dyes. Around here, a lot of thought goes into what we put into our food and what we take out of it, because you're not just taking a bite, you're getting a taste of who we are. New items are constantly being created to expand our menu for all tastes and special diets with vegan and gluten-free options available. Convenience and on-time delivery you can count on. It's just a click away at jasonsdeli.com, so whether you need to feed 5 people or 5,000, the team at Jason's Deli, they have the credentials and the commitment to keep you satisfied. Freshness is nearby at Jason's Deli with locations at Ridgeway in the Park Place Center, Poplar and Highland, Germantown Road in Cordova, and on Goodman Road in Olive Branch. Jason's Deli. It's wholesome food and no surprises.
It's time to get to Gossett Volkswagen Germantown, where we're celebrating the 75th anniversary sales event, and it's time you got your new V-Dub on. Get ready to take your pick of 2024 Taos S, or 2024 Tiguan S, or 2024 Jetta Sport. Your choice, $279.99 a month. Pick the right Volkswagen for you at Gossett Volkswagen Germantown. Plus 1.9 for 60 months on all Atlas and Atlas Sports. Or get 2024 Atlas Cross Sport SE for $33,988. So get it done and be ready to ride at Gossett Volkswagen Germantown, 7420 Winchester Road. Online, GossettVWG.com.
If you want it, we got it at Gossett Motor Cars.
All 36-month lease, 7,500 miles per year. Taos RMO 51756, MSRP 26063. Tiguan RM 103910, MSRP 31363. Jetta RMO 48802, MSRP 25506. Cross Sport RC 236449, MSRP 38981. Includes $3,000 rebate. Cannot be combined with special APR. Includes all rebates and incentives. PF 695. Excludes tax, title, and license. See dealer for complete details. Offer valid through end of the month with approved credit dealer stock only.
Ole Miss Rebel Yell is back. The Rebel Yell Hotline Radio Show is back on WHBQ Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. Every Monday night at 6, hear the latest news on your Ole Miss Rebels with Yancey Porter with 24/7 Sports, former Ole Miss defensive tackle Mike Fitzsimmons, Gordon Ford covering SEC Sports Call, and former Ole Miss baseball announcer Gary Darby. From kickoff to free throw to extra innings, your Ole Miss Sports on the Rebel Yell Hotline Show, right here Monday night at 6 on Sports 56, 560 AM and 98.5 FM, your Mid-South sports station.
It's time to get charging in your new Charger from Gossett Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram Fiat on the Pike during our Dodge Power Shot days, and it's your last call to charge forward and pay less. New 2023 Dodge Charger SXT, we Gossett at $27,599, $27,599 or $419 a month. That's $10,000 off MSRP. Plus 2023 Dodge Charger Scat Pack, now $7,000 off MSRP or $659 a month. And get to Gossett during Ram Truck Month. 2024 Ram 2500 Tradesman Crew Cab, $6,000 off MSRP. Plus 0% for 72 months on select models. So drive past the rest and come to the best. Gossett Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram Fiat on the Pike. Online, GossettMotorCars.net.
If you want it, we got it at Gossett Motor Cars.
All 75 months at 8.99. Charger PH 636,167, MSRP 37,715. Scat PH 612,877, MSRP 55,110. Ram RG 19,347.2, MSRP 65,925. Includes all rebates and incentives. PF 695. Excludes tax, title, and license. See dealer for complete details. Offer valid through end of the month with approved credit dealer stock only.
But you gotta be willing to take the hit and not pointing fingers saying you ain't where you want to be because of him or her or anybody. Cowards do that, and that ain't you. You're better than that.
Now, back to Sports 56 Happy Hour on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. This hour is brought to you by Tito's Vodka. Here once again, Johnny Radio.
Welcome back to a little Sports 56 Happy Hour. I'm your buddy Johnny Radio. Happy Thirsty Thursday. We got the draft. We got NBA playoff games, and hopefully you're winning money with the Phillies right now, who are up 4-0 on Cincinnati tonight. I like the Cavs minus. Wait, the Cavs are minus 2.5, or is it?
Yes, Cavs are the. Orlando's the favorite, at least this morning. Maybe it's changed.
No. Yeah, Orlando's the 2.5-point favorite, and all I have to say is, who's smoking crack out there?
They have not looked good at all.
They scored 83 and 86 in the first two games. Their offense is terrible.
Have you seen the total in this game? 201.5.
No, I haven't even paid attention.
Holy cow.
Look, the Cavs, listen, Orlando's 22nd in the league in offense all year long. They've been terrible against the Cavs. They're going to continue to be terrible. And Donovan Mitchell has been Spider-Man, scoring points like it's going out of frame. I love the Cavs. Take them plus the 2.5. No, take them on the money line and get a little extra green. And when you get a little extra green, why don't you head head on over to Los Cabos. That's where the flavors of Mexico melt in your mouth. They got lunch specials from $6.75 to $10.99 every single day, Monday through Friday. Happy hour from 3 to 8. If you love good Mexican food, great tequila, and dope margaritas, Los Cabos over at Summer and Graham. Get out there, make the world a better place. See you on the flip side. Peace.
Welcome to the Rendezvous.
This is John Vergas.